machine that we have is a strawberry laser. There's lots of strawberry lasers, but ours, we have a different infrared light. That's what makes it unique. The light that we have is a low-level paddle-shaped light. It's not the bell-shaped light that all the other strawberry lasers have. So with that light, and we had to go through a testing phase of 2 years in order to get it here within the United States. During that 2-year time period, we have a base level, and they did a lot of tests. They did some placebos, and they did some tests on individuals to see the inches lost. So they took a regular strawberry laser, and then they took the strawberry laser that we modified, and they utilized that for 2 years. There was actually 5 facilities that were up and running within the United States with our laser. And during that time period, the FDA says that it reduces 3.7 inches in a 20-minute session. We say 2 inches. You know what I'm saying? We want to under-promise, over-deliver, because we know what it's going to do, but everybody's body shape, etc., everything is different on individual people, and particularly when you're going to actually have, you know, the inches removed. But I can tell you that when the FDA says 3.7, and there's people sitting here in the room, there's people that's been 3.5, 3.25, you know, there's been people that's been 2.5, there you go, absolutely, to lose those inches. But to maintain the inches, to really maintain the inches, that's the problem, that's the issue. And that's where Evolve Health comes in with our health and nutrition products. So we have a series of 6 products. And I'm sure everybody here has had or tried, you guys tried the products? Yes. Is that correct? Right, everybody has tried the products. So but I do want to go through 2 of the products which I think are really important. One of them is the shake. That's really key because a lot of individuals, what they do is that they go on diets. Diets don't work, okay? That's just the yo-yo effect. You're up 1 week or 1 month, you're down, you're up, you're down. It doesn't work, and that's because of your metabolism and your hormone, okay? And we all have and excrete the same hormone effect regarding our metabolism, but the issue is that you need to have the nutrition in order to balance out your particular body type and your excretion of your hormones. So when you talk about our shake, you have a chocolate shake and you have a vanilla shake. We use that for weight management. So if you're at the optimum weight, you can continue to use that shake once or twice a day as a meal replacement, so you can manage your weight. But not only that, you can also use it for your protein. There are people who don't eat meat, and we know that. I don't know, they're vegans, some of them are vegetarians, whatever the case may be. You don't eat meat, but you need to get the variety of protein that you're missing from not eating that meat, such as that big 20-ounce steak, you know? So that's right. So when you miss that, when you're taking and utilizing our shakes, you're actually getting that supplement of those nutrition, that protein in our shake. So that's important. The second one is the Life Bar. We have a Life Bar, and that's what I talked about. That Life Bar is actually utilized and has been helping for the last 22 years in eradicating child malnutrition. There was a study out in, where's that study at? Vanessa? Soviet Union? There was a study, no, Romania. There was a study in Romania. They utilized an orphanage out in Romania, and they had a group of kids there, and it wasn't to be discretionary, but they had to see whether or not it was going to work. They had a group of kids there, so they took half the kids and they utilized the powder substance of the Life Bar, and then the other half did not get it. And all the kids, they ate, you know, so they looked like they were healthy, but they were dying of child malnutrition. So over a 6-month time period, the children that they sprinkled our powder substance on their staple food, they survived. I mean, it's unfortunate, but they survived. And the kids that they didn't, you had 3/4 of them pass away.
Oh no!
And but they didn't know what was going on. You know, unfortunately, it is an orphanage, and they did their test. So when that happened, of course, they started giving it to all the orphanages. You know, the powder substance, which comes from the Life Bar. But what Sam Castor did, who's the founder of the Life Bar, he just made it more potent. Honestly, last year, he just made the Life Bar itself more potent. As you guys know, as time goes on, you know, with the technology, etc., you can increase the potency of things which is even like that. You can increase the potency, you know, of your substances, etc., and that's what he did. He increased the potency. So what we have, that particular Life Bar, is more potent than what he made 10 years ago. So we expect, this is not something that we're just wishing, we expect to eradicate child malnutrition in the next 5 years. But we need the help of everyone. That's why we share our product, because it's a one-for-one model. You buy one, you're helping one child. And that's with all of our products. It's not just the bar. So not only, you know, with Evolve Health are you becoming healthy, but you're also helping a child. So we have this little phase, and Vanessa, you have to help me on this. Our loss is their gain. So we go back to Simple Sculpt. We lose our interest because everyone who goes through the Simple Sculpt system, we actually provide you with our healthy nutrition products. So the moment we give you our healthy nutrition products, you, as you walk out the door with them and you consume them, you're helping each other. So that's why we say, our loss, their gain. I don't know, I didn't get any reaction. Thank you.
It took a while.
Okay, yeah. Our loss, their gain.
Yeah.
Our loss, a child's gain. Right, Vanessa?
Yeah.
That's what it says. Yeah, so I think it's pretty good. But the whole component here, and another thing that I really love just about Evolve Health is not only did they welcome the idea of allowing Simple Sculpt to utilize their products, but we actually get paid through the Evolve income structure. So that's the beauty of it. And with their particular structure and the way it's set up, and you guys really, I'm sure someone would give you guys a copy of the income disclosure statement. You can take a look at that and you can see as you rank what the structure actually is. But as you're getting paid through Evolve, you have to realize that that income through our program that we have is coming from, the majority of the income is coming from, or will come from, our Simple Sculpt packages that we sell throughout all of the facilities that we're going to have. So right now we have 3 current facilities, one in Florida, one in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and we have one here, soon to be another one on the west side, which we're really excited about, and one in the Scottsdale area, and I think possibly Las Vegas. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to open it up for questions. And
So let's say, so do we know the effects of those fat cells that were shrunk by the machine, by the laser? What's the effect on that, on our body?
okay, so let me tell you how it works, because I think that is important. Imagine your fat cell as a grape, okay? And you have all the lipos and everything on the inside of that. When you go through our laser, what happens, the fat cells, they open up. And all the fat begins to drain out, okay? It just drains out because it's open. Now, with our particular laser, the fat cells stay open for a period of 30 minutes. A normal fat cell through other type of lasers, whether it's heat, whether it's cold, or whether it's, you know, the sucking of the frozen, whatever it's called, all of that kind of stuff, fat cells stay open only for 10 minutes and then they close. So, for example, if you're not using our system, but you're using someone else's system, when they give you the treatment for 10 minutes, it will open and it will close, and you won't have the fat seeping out. You won't have, you'll have water, because it's only open for 10 minutes, so you'll have the water that's the natural buildup that drains out, but you won't have the particular fat that comes out, because it's only a 10-minute process. So with ours, it stays open for 30 minutes, so now you have the water, and now you have the fat that is coming out, okay? So during the 10-minute process on each side, or let's say 20 minutes altogether, you have it all draining out. And then before it begins to close, you go and get our vibration machine. So we have a whole body vibration machine. once you get on that vibration machine, it takes the fat cell and it really just begins to shake it up, and then they're able to close. And when it closes as like a raisin. So you have everything that's coming out, and it's going through your bloodstream, and then it's coming out through your pores in your lymph nodes. And so that is why you're going to have to go to the restroom, but we tell you afterwards to drink a lot of water so it can continue to come out. So there is no effect, because everything that was in the fat cell has come out and is excreted through your body. So there's no effect whatsoever. Now, I can tell you this is important, and I guess you want to look, if you want to know the science behind it. Those fat cells that was excreted that are now raisins, they will never become fat cells again, because now they shrunk it. They won't balloon, they won't go up. But you can get fat again because you just develop other fat cells. So that's why we call it permanent inch loss. Ours is called permanent inch because it is permanent. What we take out of the fat cells, it is permanent. Those fat cells will never, grow again, get big, whatever. But you got to do something to keep it off. Because if you continue the way you were going, you're going to develop and increase other fat cells. And so a month later, you're going to come to us and say, give me my money back. Because I gained all these inches and I gained all this weight back. That's why we pair it with our products.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
What if you want to do it like on your pelvic? I mean, is that gonna affect your urinary bladder and all that?
Your
around
pelvic.
there?
You mean
Yeah, like-
your lower
yeah.
abdomen right
Yeah.
here. Oh, that's perfect. No, it doesn't affect
It's not
you.
gonna affect
No, because the actual rays from the infrared rays, it goes down to the fat cell. Ours is calibrated to
Okay.
only go down to the fat cell. If
Okay.
you don't have any fats, I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't have anything down there,
It's just
whatever the
wanna
case may be.
Flatten it.
What it will do, it won't, like with Laura. She doesn't have anything down here, and
Uh-huh.
she did it down there.
Yeah.
She didn't lose any inches. She came out and was the exact same thing. But what it did, it smoothed her
Yeah, it's
skin
flattened it.
and
Yeah.
tightened it
Tightened it.
up. And then if you have stretch marks or anything, you can see visibly how they look like they are lightened up or whatever. They don't go away.
Yeah.
They don't go away, but it lightened it.
Oh.
So you can have it down here.
No, Cindy mentioned that there's a list of like what you call conditions wherein you cannot do the laser.
Yes.
So one of them was like
High liver enzymes.
Yeah, for the liver enzymes. So if you have high liver enzymes and what do you call the non-alcoholic, you know,
And what
liver
we
disease.
do, right, and
Liver
one of the
disease.
things that we do that's really important, if you have, I think it's 8 categories, if you have any of those 8 categories, that's what we have a medical director. We have our medical director take a look at that, and the medical director will probably ask several questions, right, Kay? They'll ask several
Before.
questions to make a determination. Is this an ongoing issue, or is this an issue that you had maybe 2 or 3 years ago and you put it on your sheet? So we let our medical director make that decision.
So you will know before you do the treatment. Like I was diagnosed like that, like probably 4 or 5 years ago. So that's why when she said it, when Cindy said it, I said, oh, okay. How do we know that we could really?
Yeah, that's
Do it.
that's specifically, that's why we have the medical director, because the techs are not medical directors. I mean, they don't have the education, they just went through the laser tech school, so we don't want them making that, decision.
So at what point in time do we know that we can and we cannot?
Well, we'll contact the medical director and we say, hey, we have an individual, and they'll probably want to do a consult with you. And now with all our technology, you can do a consult via, you can do it on the phone.
FaceTime.
You can do FaceTime, right, we can do something at that
What's your
nature.
issue?
And they'll ask, questions. I mean, they will know the questions to ask.
Director.
And then they'll make the decision.
That's it. You're no longer, you can't make it.
We have forms to
Can you
fill out.
find out? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
And we have forms to fill
we
out
have
too.
forms to fill out.
There's actually a history that you have to fill out and to make sure that
It's not on the questionnaire though, so I don't know where you got that.
Oh, because the last meeting they're saying that if you have a high blood pressure or something.
I was saying it because we have.
But it's not on the question, but it's not. I mean, she may have been saying it, but it's not on the questionnaire. It's not one of the, what is it,
contraindication.
Contraindications.
Contraindications, right. So it's not, it's not on there. I think she was just saying it in general because of lasers in general.
But-
Lasers, but ours, because it's 3D, there's only certain ones.
I had it done, because I had that too, like 5-6 years ago, I had like high liver enzymes, and
look.
when they redid my blood test, I
side
just had
effect?
my insurance test.
Yours is fine. In fact, you're perfect. You
I'm
don't have
healthy,
liver
yeah.
problem.
Really?
You have none.
You have none, according to your results.
Your result is
See that?
perfect. You have no disease other than this. Me, like me. I'm the medical director.
You know what this is?
Don't make me.
We're doing question and
It's got a twin.
Hey, we're doing question and answers. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so, binary. Discuss about binary to us.
Wanna talk about binary?
For
I wish I
the
had a
info.
board. Yeah, okay.
For the
Home plan.
Bing, come up here.
Oh.
Oop.
For the contract.
Is your board?
Here's my board. We're gonna talk about binary. Let's talk about, he does the best example of binary.
Okay, so
Power.
we're in okay, it's really, this is what we call a hybrid, what we're in Evolve. Evolve is a hybrid. We build in the unilateral, okay? We build in the unilateral. So I'm gonna right here, here you are, right?
Oh, yeah,
This
these
is,
models.
we build it in the unilateral, okay? And so you build a left leg, right? So you're on the right side, right? Or the left side, and then you build a right side, and you build it in the unilateral, and you can go as long as you want, and sign up people as long as you want to in the unilateral, okay? And that's your first line, right? And when they sign up somebody, it drops down to the second line, and third line, and fourth, and fifth, and it goes all the way to 7 levels, okay? So now you take that organization, right? And then you put it into what we call the sales legs, okay? Melissa and I have to build 2 legs. So everybody here is under one leg or the other, okay? So that's 2 sales teams. So you're either on one of my legs here, or one of my legs here, or you're on the inside of one of those, okay? So you build in that's why it's a hybrid. You build in the unilateral, okay? And you can build 7 levels deep, right? And then you can build as long as you want. You can sign up on first level as long as you want to. And you put that into the Melissa and I's sales team, either on your left leg or the right leg, or depending on where you're at, or you may be on one of the inside legs as well, okay? So now when you put it in the sales team's leg, right? And then we look at what we have here in Evolve, with Finsol now. Now we talk about Finsol, okay? So now let's just say you're on the inside leg, okay? You're on the power leg. So you sign her up and you put her. You're on one of my legs here, because I have 2 legs, and you're on one of the power legs. So both of mine are called power, okay? And now you sign you up and you put her on one of your inside legs. She's not right underneath you. She's on the one of your legs, right? And so this is how you'll build. So then you'll have to build 2 legs personally, right? And so you'll have to power one out, right? And then make